The only way to describe the passengers who were on this plane that crashed is lucky. They walked away unhurt after plummeting into a Detroit backyard. And today, the National Transportation Safety Board will get a look at the scene to find out what went wrong. That backyard is right on Dutchess Street on Detroit's east side near the area of Kelly Road and Meringue. And that is where we start our newscast this noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rhonda Walker. We have our Victor Williams live on the scene. And Victor, it's just remarkable when you see that no one was injured and not even property.
Yeah, that is all one big miracle, but the investigation has started into what went wrong, causing this plane to have to make an emergency landing into this backyard right here on Detroit's east side. Just like you said, Rhonda, the NTSB and FAA are now both looking into this situation. We know that 2 people were on board during that emergency landing. Thankfully, no one was hurt or seriously injured. At most, we saw a man with a bandage on his elbow. Miraculously, that was it. Now, the plane originally took off in Troy with the final destination in mind of City Airport. Obviously, it did not make it, but the good thing also in this case is that there were no damage to any of the homes nearby, which is so amazing. We spoke to one man who lives just a few doors down, and he's just hoping for the best outcome in this investigation.
I don't like negativity, so I just pray that everything comes out positive. The guys are out, so that's a positive thing, so I hope it was just something wrong with the plane. That's it. It could have been way worse. It could have hit our house. It could have hit another house. It could have hit the pole line. It could have hit, and you see how close the pole line is.
And then just take a look at this right here. This is the high school that's right next door pretty much to where this all took place. So it's so close, once again showing how it's a miracle that no one was seriously hurt. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Really no other way to describe it. Thank you, Victor. We are learning more about a double shooting that happened in Westland early this morning. 2 people were shot at the Newburgh Square Apartments near Warren and Newburgh Road. This is video from the scene just after about 5 o'clock this morning, where you see crime scene tape up and detectives looking for evidence. All we know is that 2 people were shot at the Newburgh Square Apartments, but we do have a crew there talking with investigators to bring more information in later newscasts. Governor Whitmer announcing today a bipartisan group to tackle population growth here in Michigan. It's called the Growing Michigan Together Council. Christy McDonald is live on Mackinac Island, where the governor made the announcement at the Mackinac Policy Conference. What'd she have to say?
Well, Rhonda, this really picks up on what she announced yesterday, but she named the co-chairs, and this is what's really important about this council, because this is going to be a long-term effort, and it's not just concentrating on infrastructure or concentrating on education or retaining talent. This is an all-in-one effort. So the 2 co-chairs that she announced this morning is John Ricolta Jr. He is the chair of Walbridge, and he's a Republican, and then Sherry Stancato, and she is with Wayne State's Board of Governors. When you have both Republicans and Democrats working together on this is what's key, because this is what we're going to be able to talk about for the next 5 years or so in Michigan. They are going to be doing a projected population growth by 2050. We are going to be learning more about this today as we stream here on Local 4 Plus. We're going to be talking to a lot of people, including the Lieutenant Governor is going to be joining me at 3 o'clock this afternoon. A couple of other things that I want to share with you. Devin spoke this morning with Liz Cheney on the main stage here at the conference. He's going to have that for you on Local 4 News at 5 and 6 o'clock. I am also going to be sitting down with Bill Ford Jr. We're going to be talking about EVs and how Michigan has really positioned itself to bring in more EV business. And one other thing, I know you've been watching the news. The Pistons just picked up a head coach. I'm going to be sitting down with Arn Tellem at 12:30 today. We'll talk a little bit about that. And before I go, you have to take a look over my shoulder. That's a Viking cruise ship in the Straits of Mackinac. Tim, what's the name of the ship? The Octantis. I'm here with Tim. I'm here with Tim Pamplin, and there is another cruise ship here as well. It's a gorgeous day on Mackinac Island, but we will have all of that for you streaming on Local 4 Plus from 12:30 to 4 o'clock today. I hope you join me then. Back to you, Rhonda.
And now I'm wondering if that was the same one that was parked right here on the Detroit River. It made its way up there pretty quickly. And a lot to come on Local 4 Plus today, so definitely join Christy for all of that. Well, just June, it is the first day of June and it marks the beginning of Pride Month. The city of Detroit is joining in on the celebrations as well to honor LGBTQ+ Pride Month. The city is raising a pride flag at the Spirit of Detroit downtown. City officials say it's all a part of the city's efforts to support an inclusive and welcoming city for all. The ceremony is kicking off Pride Month and will lead up to the annual Motor City Pride Festival and Parade on June 10th and 11th. DTE is raising their rates as part of their new time of day rate plan. Now, this means that you will be paying more during peak hours. Starting today, the time would be from 3 until 7 during weekdays in the summer. The rate will now be just under 21 cents per kilowatt hour. All other times, including the weekends, the rate will be 15 cents and 45 cents. The new rate plan means that the customers will reduce usage during peak hours in an effort to help the power grid. Well, we have been using a lot of air conditioning lately, and maybe even sooner than normal because it has been so hot the last few days. The heat will be continuing to turn up over the next few days as well. And as a result, at least one of our school districts is going to be dismissing students early today and tomorrow. That's Detroit Public Schools Community District, dismissing students at 3 hours ahead of time. Indoor after-school activities will be canceled as well. Outdoor athletics will occur at the discretion of the principals, the athletic coordinators, and the coaches. So just how hot is it already? Well, we see on the screen it's 84 degrees. Are we going to get any hotter today?
Yeah, I mean, the tick upward just continues. So we are right now about 10 degrees above our average high and warmer conditions heading into the afternoon as quite a few folks will be flirting with 90. And it's these dry, hot conditions that is factoring into very dry conditions at the surface. So bringing you our exact track drought monitor. We're not officially in a drought, even though the last time we saw a drop of rain was on May 20th. But if you were with us yesterday, this drought monitor had the yellow indicating the dry conditions just south of the state line. That has now crept into the southern part of Metro Detroit. So that's what we're looking at with your drought monitor. And those rain chances are not going to be increasing really anytime soon. Just an isolated chance on Saturday, once again on Monday with 2 passing cold fronts, but they are not looking to be a soaker as of right now. Air quality alert is currently in effect and will remain in effect throughout the day for much of southeastern Michigan. And that puts us into a very unhealthy zone, or I should say unhealthy category for the air quality for those that are in a sensitive group like our seniors or for people that suffer from asthma. So try not to overexert yourself outside. 83, mostly sunny at this hour here in Detroit. And we are at 82 in Pontiac, 86 in Lapeer, and 81 down in Monroe. Looking at the rest of the day, we will top out just shy of 90, 89 the forecasted high, but we could hit 90 again. You can track this heat wave with our Forewarned Weather app. In addition to that, you'll get push alerts when we have air quality alerts. We've had 3 of those straight. And you also will get an update. Hopefully, these rain chances will begin to increase sometime soon.